the opposing team picked Angel Reese up and slammed her to the ground. Why didn't Shannon Sharpe talk about the bullying of Angel Reese? Why didn't Charles Snow Bunny Barkley talk about the bullying of Angel Reese? Why didn't LeBron James and Shady McCoy and Stephen A. Smith talk about the bullying of Angel Reese?
Your boy Dr. Umar went off, and I can't say he lied one bit. He was talking about the Caitlin Clark situation on Art of Dialogue. Shout out to them. Man, he just went in and he directed his energy at LeBron James, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharpe, a whole list of other people, Gayle King, just going in on how they responded to the Caitlin Clark flagrant foul situation.
And yes, Caitlin Clark, I will not deny her impact, but to put it in a vacuum, Stephen A. Smith, to put it in a vacuum, Matt Barnes, to put it in a vacuum, LaShawn McCoy, to put it in a vacuum, Shannon Sharpe, and say that all of this new attention is due to the white female rookie is not fair to the players who are already there.
I had similar ideas. That's why I've been on this topic for as long as I've been on it, over multiple videos. But strap up, it's about to get heated. This is my favorite Umar. Internet Umar is cool, but when Umar is focused and he's on a topic, he can be untouchable.
I'm not denying Caitlin Clark her greatness. I'm saying she's not doing it alone. She's not doing it alone. Angel Reese's impact is almost as strong. There's more white women in America. So yeah, Caitlin Clark is going to sell more tickets. She's going to sell more paraphernalia because there's more white women in America than black women. That goes without saying. But to try to reduce Angel Reese to being a hater and jealous of this girl is not fair. Last time I checked, Caitlin Clark does not lead the NBA, the WNBA in any category. She doesn't lead the WNBA in any category. Her team has the second worst record in the entire WNBA. Who is jealous of that? Who is jealous of that?
As you can see, Dr. Umar didn't hold back at all. He believes the media and the WNBA are on a mission to make Caitlin Clark the face of the NBA, although she ain't no LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be honest. She's good, but she ain't LeBron, right? Wait, what are we going to do when the female LeBron comes out? That's going to be crazy.
Caitlin Clark, how do you feel about everything that's going on with her right now?
The situation involving Caitlin Clark, I believe, is unfortunate for her because she has been relatively modest and quiet since entering the WNBA. I think the problem is that the white power structure and the WNBA has an agenda to make Caitlin Clark the athletic face of the league. Now, they can make her the marketing face of the league, but it's going to be difficult to make her the athletic face of the league because she is not to the WNBA what LeBron James was to the NBA. She's not a Luka Doncic or Nikola Jokic. She's not a Larry Bird, if you will. And so the problem, as I see it, is the WNBA wants to pass off responsibility for Caitlin Clark not being the instant athletic phenom they want her to be.
You see, he's arguing that they're elevating her at the expense of the black female players in the WNBA, right? Only because she's not an instant hit right now. Like, she's doing decent, but she's not necessarily coming into the league being dominant. And like I said in a video before, she's probably going to have to put on some weight before that happens. It's funny. It's so funny to think of telling a woman to put on weight. But if you playing sports and if you played sports, you know what it is to get thrown around when you're underweight. You know what I'm saying? When you bulk up, now you can go down there and you can handle some stuff. You don't get thrown like that if you solid. But yeah, Dr. Umar brings up something that I discovered later after I did one of my videos, that Caitlin Clark foul, that hard foul, was in retaliation for something that Caitlin Clark had done.
And Kennedy Carter, I believe is the sister's name, she had shoulder checked Caitlin Clark to the floor. The referees called a common foul, and the WNBA later upgraded the common foul to a flagrant foul. Well, everybody's up in arms calling Kennedy a bully, She's jealous. The black women of the WNBA are jealous of Caitlin Clark because she's getting all of this attention. Wait a minute. Time out. Why didn't anyone talk about the play just before the one that led to the shoulder check? Caitlin Clark went over the head of one of Kennedy Carter's teammates, hit her in the head. The foul was not called. And then on the way back up the court, she proceeded to trash talk the opposing team. So, you know, in any sport, when you foul someone and it's not called, and then you have the audacity to trash talk the other team on your way up the court, paybacks are due.
It happens all the time. So why are we now trying to coddle this young lady? I think even Caitlin Clark doesn't want this level of coddling. You know, she gets emotional. She's had a history of trash talking. That's the thing people don't realize. Like, I think even her father or somebody was really trying to get on her when she was in college about talking trash, doing all this, you know, he's like, just play ball, just be a better player. Yeah, I thought it was crazy that people like Charles Barkley and Shannon Sharp and LeBron and Stephen A were saying that, you know, these black women in the WNBA were just jealous of Caitlin Clark.
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world.
Oh, you are.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes. Listen, what she's accomplished, give her her flowers. Stop being petty, all you women out there. She got y'all ass charters. She bringing all y'all this money to the table, but y'all being petty like dudes. LeBron, you are 100% right. Y'all girls, stop being petty. Caitlin Clark, thank you for bringing all that money and shine to the WNBA.
Well, they're gonna hate you even more now.
Hey, they can't do anything to me.
They're gonna hate you though.
Hey, they can hate on me, but that mailman better be in my damn house the 1st and the 15th for another year.
And because she's considered box office and she's a star who happens to be white, that is why Eminem, when I brought up words like envy or jealous or resentment, whatever word you wanted to pick, I didn't say it in a negative fashion like, oh my God, it's a problem. I used the word justified.
But I thought it was interesting, too, that Dr. Umar brings up the impact of stars like Angel Reese, and the fact that they're both coming out at the same time is almost like Magic and Bird, you know, and how Angel Reese is actually putting butts in seats just as good as Caitlin Clark.
Not fair. And then we come to LeBron Buck Dancing James, LBJ. And then LeBron James gets on the internet and he basically tells the black women of the WNBA to chill out and relax. Caitlin Clark is the reason you guys are getting all this new attention. She's the reason that you guys are making more money. She's the reason attendance has picked up. She's the reason you guys are getting chartered flights. Well, guess what? I disagree with you, LeBron James. I disagree with you. And let me tell you why. Have you noticed, LeBron James, Charles Barkley, Shannon Sharp, that because of Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky tickets have quadrupled in sale, that the stadium has quadrupled in attendance? Why is nobody talking about the Angel Reese effect? So you're telling me people are going to watch Angel Reese? Although Caitlin Clark does not play in Chicago, people are going to watch Angel Reese because Caitlin Clark is in the WNBA? That's not true. They're watching Angel Reese for Angel Reese. Last time I checked, Angel Reese beat the University of Iowa for the national championship 2 years ago. And the reason why Angel Reese is being demonized by the WNBA, white media, white society, and the coonocracy of the WNBA is because they did not forgive her for spoiling Caitlin Clark's season 2 years ago.
It has a lot to do with the league. And I think when FloJ comes out next year, or whenever she decides, if she decides to play in the WNBA, that's going to be a whole nother kind of added bonus. So Angel Reese, in this regard, has become kind of the bad guy, which is interesting because she's the anti-Caitlin Clark just because of their history in the championship game and the fact that she beat her. And Dr. Umar talks about Gayle King's interview with Dawn Staley. Dr. Umar called this blatant bias.
And Gayle King, don't you ever in your life break breath to ask a black coach what were they thinking when they went up against a white student in a national championship game. Gayle King, you owe Coach Dawn Staley an apology. How dare you tell a black woman that you was rooting against her for a white team and a white player at a white university that has less than 3% black children on campus? What the hell do you mean we were all rooting for Caitlin Clark in the University of Iowa?
Yeah, I think it's interesting how he talks about the responsibility of athletes, black athletes in this day and age. The fact that a lot of times they'll side on the side of what's good for optics as opposed to actually going in and making a stand for something. They're quick to snap on people for messing up the bag, per se. You know, like Stephen A. Smith was talking about, why don't they get comfortable just being in Caitlin Clark's shadow? That's not competition, you know? But let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. Do y'all agree with Dr. Umar, or do you think the media is right in their coverage of the WNBA and Caitlin Clark? Anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter for Faucette Media to keep up to date with all happenings on Faucette Media. This is Faucette Media.